Hello, guys. Um, there was a copyright um, claim on me. Um, so they shut down my stream. So here we are again. Here we are again.
Okay, I have returned.
Welcome back. We are live.
Yes.
Share myself out again.
I had some hamburger stew the other day. Having some of that. So good.
Yum, it sounds good.
It's same thing as beef stew. It's just ground beef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eddie just got crazy. He's running up and down the hallway.
I can hear that.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, is there a way to turn off the monetization so you can still use regular music?
I don't know. I'm not monetized, so. Well, I'm playing non-copyrighted music. So, I don't know what YouTube's problem is. Never had that before in my other streams. So, somebody had to have reported me.
Yep.
Oh well. It is what it is.
There you go. I sent you a link.
Oh, okay.
Something to try. If anything, for ambient noise.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
She's like, all right, all right.
All right. Screen share. Yike. Have you seen my intro?
I have.
Isn't it awesome? I love it.
You've got Spinning Ball of Doom again. Oh, it's gone.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
You're still live.
Okay.
It was just having a hiccup there for a minute, it looked like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like the music that people use when they're vlogging.
Mm-hmm.
So it works.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
No, it's not.
Your plastic is crinkly.
It is.
You've got all the moon phases.
Yes.
Yeah. And is it flowers at the bottom?
Yes. Flowers. Flower border.
Nice.
Yeah. I saw it and I was like, oh, I really want to do that.
It just stinks sometimes when you find an image you really like
Mm-hmm.
that you can't order it in a large scale size.
Right.
Well, you can if you have their original thumbnail and then you put that to a custom,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not going to turn out the same.
No.
It'd be even worse pixelation.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking when I do my kids, I want to have each one be a minimum of 60 or 80 by, and bigger than that. Whether it's, just have the 60 or 80 be the smaller number.
Right.
But we're going to go through and find the picture that we like best of each of them and do that.
Good idea.
And then for our us picture, we're not going to use our wedding picture. We're going to use an adventure picture. Something that's us.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit more relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a picture of all the kids together on the wall from some years ago that we really, really liked. It's a 15 by 30, but it looks so small on the wall.
Mm.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get back to completing the ones that I have on hand still.
Well, you have to be in a mood.
Yeah.
Definitely have to be in a mood to diamond dot.
Yeah, got to be able to sit down and know that it's cool to be there for several hours with nothing pending.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Excuse me.
I love it.
Yeah, my only comment was, yeah. Aw, this guy takes his cat hiking with him.
That's cute.
This cat likes to go on walks. That's so cool.
I love stuff like that.
This cat, he's chasing their owners for the house.
Me and Chaos used to do that. I'd run after him, then he'd run after me, and it was so cute.
I think it's fun when they're trying to stalk us and we can see them clearly, but they're just standing there like a statue.
Yep.
It's like really cute cat.
It's like, I can see you, you mofo. Cat's like, no, you can't.
And then when they get really, really, really close, after ignoring them to let them get closer, you turn around and scare them. Our cat loves that. I don't know why. He's still a baby.
Yeah, he's still a kitten, so he's playful and wound up. You okay, Mom? What's the matter? Hold on 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Radish and chicken.
Walk backwards.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Am I going too fast?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Cookies, cookies. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Everything okay?
Yeah, she just needed help getting from her bed to the bathroom.
Yeah.
She has like involuntary like jerking movement in her feet and her legs. So it makes her unable to walk and stuff. Sometimes
Right.
doctors are still trying to figure out what's going on there. So.
How many more diamond dots do you have left?
A lot. I have lots. I have enough to last me a long time. I've stopped buying them so that I can actually make them instead of just buying them.
Yay, it's that time of the year for appointments.
Oh?
Yeah,
For what?
everything.
Checkups and stuff?
Yep. Physical, dental, eyes. That's about it. It's a funny for later.
Okay. I'll watch it later.
I watch them without the sound on. It's still funny.
Oh my god, wow.
That takes huge courage, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh god. This is hilarious.
And she's just walking around like, hey guys, what's up? Everything's normal.
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
And they can't even.
Yeah, they. Yeah.
Could you imagine pranking somebody like that?
I love it. Oh, shit.
I mean, it'd be hard not to stare.
Yep.
Yeah, we both needed that laugh.
That's hilarious.
It's the little things. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, we should make him watch it. That would be funny. He'd be like, damn.
Watch that voice get real high real quick.
Yeah. Hey, Dustin. Want to come up on panel? Hi. Oh, okay. You're in bed? Can't sleep? Us either. I'm glad you're here, Dustin.
Oh no.
I don't want to do today. Oh no. That's no good. Yeah. Of course, I'm stuck to... Ah! Ah. That's so true. When we have a lot of stuff to do, it seems like we can't sleep. And
Yeah.
so, Dustin, I have all your stickers stuck on my desk. They're all on my desk, right where I can see them. Oh. Well, you're a real friend, my friend. You're a true one. You're awesome. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You're just you? Yeah, well, you just you is amazing.
Same here.
Yes. True is an amazing person, too.
Aw.
You are.
I happen to think you're pretty amazing.
Oh, thank you. I say that because you're always around when somebody needs you, and you give such great advice. And you're very loyal.
Sometimes I can give advice, but other times there's not much that needs to be said.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know who I'm going to when I need medical advice.
Well, I don't know about that. I just got the contacts,
Yeah, exactly.
the connections.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh. Spray painted my... Oh, cool. Awesome. That's cool, Dustin. He does cosplay.
Yeah, I still need a male and a female adjustable desk forms. They're so... You know, I've been on a bunch. That's awesome. And Mr. Sheriff's awake.
Hey, Sheriff. Good morning. Did you want to link, Sheriff? Come on up on my panel. More than welcome to come up on my panel. Healthcare worker by day, paranormal by night, crossbelly, and mental health illness awareness when I'm able. Awesome. Message me on Twitter. Share.
Well, yesterday
Mm-hmm.
I had a moment. I feel like such an idiot. I've had my Instant Pot for a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think it had a yogurt button. It does.
Oh,
It does have one.
nice.
So I've never made yogurt in it. And
What are you,
that button-
Dana?
Sorry again.
You, Dana?
I don't know. I was looking at all the different things that you can do with that setting, and I would
Mhm.
probably use it most for proofing bread.
Mm.
Yeah. Because with the yogurt recipes, it just makes so much.
Right.
I mean, you can freeze it, but it's just not the same.
Oops, wrong thing, Sheriff. Hold on. There you go. This music is catchy.
Isn't it? I know it's kind of nerdy, but it's decent for background noise at least.
Yeah. Hey,
morning.
Sheriff. Good morning.
Good
Can't
morning.
sleep?
Just woke up.
Just woke up.
Yeah, same. I just woke up about an hour ago, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm all backwards.
I got bored about 9:15 last night. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, heck with it. I'm gonna lay down and see if I can't sleep. Well, I
Well, there you
slept. I slept till this long.
There you go.
The night before last, or the day before that,
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and then I didn't sleep all night.
Oh my.
It's just one of those things. It's that anxiety kicked in to where that couldn't sleep. It's one of those things. When I had my heart condition back in 2018, I came home from the hospital and I didn't sleep for a week.
Oh my.
I was afraid I wouldn't wake up.
Aw.
So ever so often it'll happen now, and I won't be able to sleep. It'll get the best of me.
Aw.
I get that too. So you're not alone.
That really sucks.
It's like, oh, you're trying to sleep? Yeah. Well,
No,
let's
not
let our
happening.
mind create all these weird storylines that don't stitch together and make you think about them forever.
Right.
It's like, what?
Even though I was reassured from my doctor, you have nothing to worry about. It still didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because when it happens, it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's something to be concerned. It was something to be concerned about, but it wasn't nothing that was going to be life threatening because they could fix it, with medicine and stuff. So.
Right.
But still, it's scary.
Well, yeah. It is very scary.
Because I went back, because I told him that I'm gonna have to have something to sleep, and he's like, "You don't need nothing to sleep. You're fine." I was like, "Well, okay. You tell my brain that."
Yeah.
Exactly.
And all it is what it was called is a bundle branch block. And that's the veins inside the heart, which cause the heart to pump. The left side doesn't pump as well. So the right side will take over. And when that happens, and I can feel it happen, it wears me out because the right side's pumping harder to take over and help the left side pump. So,
right.
But still, I don't care. Once you have it happen, your brain's like, no, we ain't sleeping.
Yep.
I knew though, when I laid down last night, I knew I'd be able to sleep because I was so tired. It don't go as long nowadays as it did when it first happened.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the worst is being just flat exhausted and you can't click off.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible. I mean, imagine a week of just, I couldn't do nothing. I mean, it was all I could do just to even get up and go around the house, and do simple things like go to the bathroom or get something to eat or whatever. Because I was so wore out.
Yeah.
The longest I'd ever been without sleep was 56 and a half hours.
Dustin, wow. call her true.
And so, and that was working. We had to do it because we had a job that had to go out on Thursday morning to keep this customer happy. And so me and my buddy we worked for this printing company, and we stayed. The printers got everything done, and we stayed until we had all 500,000 of these things done for this company.
Wow. That's crazy.
Longest I was ever awake was 4 days. I thought I was going to die. I really did.
Yeah. I think mine was a week.
And there's just so much coffee and stuff you can drink to keep you awake.
Yep. And there's a point where that coffee it's flavored water and it stops working.
It's okay, Dustin.
And
Yeah,
you
I
still
was-
drink it because it tastes good.
Yeah.
and the thing is I had strong, strong coffee. It wasn't no tame
Right.
stuff like Folgers or anything like this. This was special order. Yeah. It got to the point that I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to start drinking espresso if I'm gonna stay up.
I used to drink really, really strong coffee. And then over the past 10 years, we've really had to wean down to where we can drink Folgers or a local coffee roaster type blend, but still in the dark. Because if you've ever had caffeine withdrawals, those migraines,
Oh,
are
yeah.
Suck.
Oh
Terrible.
yeah, they do.
migraines from those are terrible. So
Yes.
that's why we decided, let's start weaning off the strong stuff.
Well, imagine
way-
this: when I had my heart thing,
Mhm.
it scared me so bad I quit smoking.
Wow.
So I had quit smoking the same day that I couldn't have no more coffee and stuff. So I had nicotine and caffeine withdrawals.
Damn. Double
They
whammy.
They didn't have enough pain medicine there to get rid of that headache.
No,
I bet not.
I was like, holy smoke. They said, you'll be all right. I said, well, give me some caffeine or something. Nope, you can't have it. We gotta get your heart to a normal beat before we do they injected the dye in to see what heart would do.
your contrast.
Yeah. They said, nope, can't have none till then. Till after that. I said, okay. Holy smokes, I thought I had a headache. Because what they do is they put that in your system and put you on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't do the treadmill because I was just thinking weak. So they did it medically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a headache.
Damn.
And the nurse she says, well, we're gonna make sure we got all the pictures that we need and the good ones, and and they're all good and clear. And then she says, I'll come and give you a cup of coffee. I said, okay, that'll work. And I was like, why in the hell are they gonna give me coffee? And the nurse come in, she said, by the time you get through drinking this cup of coffee, your headache will be gone. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like magic.
It's funny, because you don't think of it that it's going to go away. I literally sit there and drank that cup of coffee, and by the time I got done with it, about 5 minutes after it, that headache was completely gone.
Oh, good.
I was like, dang, that's crazy. What it does is the caffeine in the coffee counteracts all that crap they just shot in you. Ooh. Shoot, I can't live without my coffee. I don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, the reason that we started tapering off the really strong coffees is we were doing lots more camping and hiking and areas where you might not be able to have your coffee. And if you do, it's ready, set, go, run. So.
Oh yeah, there's a way around that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's called mix the grounds into your food.
Oh no. I will build a fire and use a tin can if I have to.
Yeah, we've got our little pocket stoves and we do it that way, but
it's okay, Dustin.
It's just not the same. And when we're out hiking, we try to not have as much smellables with us.
I would, of course, when I'd go camping, it's just me, so I could actually pack enough coffee for me for enough days that it didn't add any more weight to whatever I was carrying or anything like that. So that was a plus.
Yeah, if we were base camping, which is just around a certain area, like day hikes and then coming right back, or what we call car camping, is like you go to a area and you're not very far from your vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Then game on. And we had the huge old school coffee percolator on the camp stove.
Mm-hmm.
We made sure everybody had coffee.
Well, I mean, and if you don't have a percolator but you do have a coffee pot, you can actually make what they call cowboy coffee.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we used to do, is just make cowboy coffee, and then once we let it come up to a rolling boil, we'd take it off the fire and slide it over to a less hotter part of the fire and let it start calming back down.
Right.
And you literally take 4 drops of ice cold water and drop at the top of the coffee, and all the ground falls to the bottom.
Yep. That's pretty similar to what we do with our MSR or our jet boils, or what we call our pocket stoves. We just go ahead and put those grounds in and into the boiling water. But after the water's boiled, we turn the heat source off, so it's really hot water that the grounds are going into, and we just let it sit.
Yeah, just let it steep and get every bit of goodness out of it.
Yeah. It's either that or wet your finger and take a wad of it and start chewing your coffee grounds.
Yeah.
I've done that before taking tests in school.
Wow.
Don't ask how I know about that, Shan. That's what you do when you don't have time to stop.
Yeah.
And it works too. Everybody's like, you'll still get the same effect. Yeah, you will. It might taste nasty, but it'll work.
Oh, it's bitter AF. It'll give you the shudders.
You'd be trying to write something in cursive and it'd be all shaky looking.
We've mixed it in with our we've mixed grounds in with our morning oatmeal before.
That might actually be good.
Yeah,
That actually might be good.
You don't like, your packet oatmeal, right? The instant ones.
Yeah.
And those thin koozies that you put around a can.
Mm-hmm.
Not the stiff ones, but the thin ones.
Yeah.
Well, you put your packet down to that to keep your hand from getting burned. You set that on a rock or the ground or whatever, and you put your hot water in it. Stir it a little bit, let it sit. You're not burning your hand, and you've got some warm go food, and you don't have a huge mess to clean up.
Right.
Then you just roll up your trash, put it in a Ziploc baggie, put it in your pocket, clean off your utensil, stick that in another pocket, and go.
I drank Death Wish coffee. Dustin.
Dang, Dustin, you're as bad as me.
I've had Death Wish coffee before and Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they're okay. They're okay.
You actually might like Iron Bean Coffee Company.
Iron Bean?
Yeah. They're in Toledo, Ohio.
I'll look them up.
And the couple that own it are veterans.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the coffee that we get for what we call good coffee, it's local to the Kansas City area where I'm at, around. It's called The Roastery.
Right.
It's really good. And it's comparable to just about anything else you're going to get in the 1 pound packages, whether it be I like to shop from the dark blends, and they've just recently added more into the dark lines. And yes, they have online. I put my seal of approval on them.
Well, it's like
And Tim
Starbucks has
Hortons,
just got,
yes,
Starbucks has
Love
just got
Tim
way too
Hortons.
expensive.
yes. I seal of approval on Timmy's too.
Yes.
I actually had Tim Hortons for the first time since I've been in West Virginia.
What'd you think?
It was good coffee.
Yeah,
Love my Tim Hortons. Love
It
my
has-
Canadian coffee.
They
it has a good flavor. It really
They
does.
they ordered a big can of it here, and Canadian witch knows why.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got Misty got to have her Tim Hortons.
Yep.
But that was the first time I tried it, and I liked it. I mean, it had a real good flavor and everything. So I actually like the taste of it way better than Folgers.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to send Shan a link,
Mm-hmm.
and because Sheriff, I'm not connected with you, so I'm going to send it to Shan, and she can forward that on to you
All right.
for the roastery. And I think just gonna-
Sasquatch coffee.
we're all going to have to
Company.
try all these different brands.
Right. I like Starbucks. Not the bag coffee. None of that. Because no. But they have one that they make that that I can buy. It's called a Java chip Frappuccino, and I get it large all the time. But my thing is I'll put a double or triple shot of espresso in it.
Okay.
So I tweak it.
Yeah, I can't do Starbucks very often. It makes things a bit explosive, if you would.
Right.
The acids are a little too high. But every now and then, if I know I'm going to be home, like once a year, once every couple of years, I'll go get one. And
Well, that's like
it'll
me,
be-
every 6 months or so. I'll just have myself a treat with them, to get me one of those. Because what I get is it's like $8 and something for that one large cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cold coffee though, so it's not a hot coffee. I don't like none of their hot coffees. Yeah.
Yeah, I always went for an iced raspberry mocha latte. And it does have espresso in it.
I knew you would do that.
We're blowing Shan's Discord up with all these coffee company links. That's how I take notes sometimes. So I know I can go back and just have a clickable.
Mm-hmm. I'm sending them to you.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
professional paranormal research put a couple companies in the chat, and I went and got their links.
The rotisserie, it's a roastisserie, excuse me.
The roastery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't talk. I can't see this morning. My eyeballs ain't woke up yet.
Well,
Yeah.
Sheriff,
They're pretty-
just understand. I know what you're saying.
They're comparable to Iron Bean.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, the price is very comparable. The flavor is amazing. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
that just because it's local to me. It really is good.
Yeah, I've had I like Iron Bean from the Iron Bean Company because he'll actually buy the actual green coffee bean and he does the roasting right there on site.
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah, Sasquatch is right there with them too. So
Yeah,
and we've already
they're all-
got it.
They're all
we've
pretty
already-
comparable.
We already got some Black Rifle coffee. Misty drinks it and bounces off the walls. I drink it and go, what's the problem? I like it's good.
Yeah.
Shannon
course,
just sent you a link for one that I did as a gag gift. for a friend some years ago, and it just understand it's novelty because I'm sure it works. But it smells and tastes, well, I don't know what cat shit tastes like, but it smells like cat shit.
Lovely.
It's like I was too scared to put it in my mouth.
Yeah, I know which one
It's
you're
like,
talking
no.
about, and
Oh,
it's like $100 and something.
oh no. This stuff's called Wake the F Up.
Yeah, there's one out on the market that goes. What they do is they
made with
follow
poop.
the cat. They follow the cat around. It's the big cats. They'll follow them around, and when they go poo, they go get it and get the beans out of the poo.
Lovely.
Of course, they sterilize them and all that stuff too. I was like, yeah, I don't want nothing that's gone through nothing's digestive tract.
Exactly.
That would be Kopi Luwak. It's from Indonesia.
Expensive. Woo.
It's made from partially digested coffee beans eaten and pooped by a civet cat.
Wow. Cat poop.
Cat poo coffee. No.
No. That would be a no.
Don't come at me like that, because I'll come sideways at you.
It would probably be healthier to eat dirt at that point.
Right.
And I made enough of that in my lifetime, so I don't want no more.
I think we all have.
Yep.
And if you've ever lived in the country and gone down those roads with the windows open, you've eaten it.
Yeah. Well, I rode motocross, so I was always getting it kicked in my face, so I know exactly.
I didn't do motocross, but my cousins did. And when I was growing up, I learned how to ride their dirt bikes, and I have a motorcycle of my own, so
I did up until 2004.
cool.
That's the last time I've been on one. Last time I've even sat on one. Had a wreck in 2004 that about wrecked me.
Oh, wow.
Yep, broke partially in and out right dislocated shoulder,
Damn.
broke collarbone, broke right wrist, 3 broke left ribs on right at my armpit on the left side.
Oof.
Yeah, that's enough.
Damn.
And the sad part is we just got the motorcycle back running and got it tuned in. I wasn't acting crazy on it or nothing, just cruising about 35 miles an hour down the road, went into a curve, and the dang kickstand come down, and I straightened out that curve. Hit a ditch.
Ooh.
Well, I guess that'd be better than doing the whoopties and coming up short and biting it against the handlebars
Yeah, well,
at the crest.
yeah, the bike had a windshield on it, and that's how I broke my ribs on my left side. Is I broke it when I went across the handlebars.
Mm.
Yeah, and you can still have chest and rib protectors on, but the chest protector is really for your heart.
Yeah, it still knocked the air out of you.
It will. Or do those dirt bike trail rides. And oops, did you find a log? Flip.
Mhm.
Or oops, did you try to go through a couple of trees that's kind of offset from each other and clip it and smack the other one?
Ow.
Or somebody else went through it and the tree comes back and smacks you off.
Oh God, I love that. That's always
Right?
fun.
That's the best. That's the best. That's why I didn't do it. I followed my cousins on a couple of their trails. I was like, hell no, I'm not doing this shit. I just wanted to kind of dink around with it.
We had a place up on one of our mountains that, that's where everybody went to do their 4-wheel drives and motorcycles and the whole 9 yards, Well, and during deer season, the hunters would dadgum rope off the trails. so they could hunt. Well, we're dumb. We didn't know that. So here we are, wide open, hitting these trails, and just having a blast. Next thing you know, you're looking up at the sky, going, "What happened?"
You got clotheslined. Yeah, they're it's not even legal for them to do that.
Well, the good thing about it is they didn't like put it up high enough like for your neck or anything like that. They just put it about mid torso for anybody that come through there. Oh, that stunk.
Yeah, I've seen people's videos on trails where they're about
Andre Little. How is it going?
Yeah, I've seen videos of people going on trails with their all-terrain bikes, if you would, dirt bikes, and the wire, it's almost invisible.
Yeah.
Until you're like right up on it. And there's two heights that they'll put. One's just at the top of where your tire would be, and another's just enough to clothesline you at the neck.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if you're going fast enough, it'd cut your head off and you never even know it.
How you doing, Andre?
I've seen them do it with steel cable like that too.
Yeah, that's what they were showing. And makes me so mad because it's like
I'm good.
that's what those trails are for.
Yeah.
And it's people just wanting to be, as they say, asinine.
Well, if they choose to wear a hat on their ass, then that's not my problem, but they don't need to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's other places they can go hunting. I do hunter safety here too, so it's like there's a responsibility that you take on too.
I hated that. I hated that course.
Yeah, well, you didn't take it through me. We make it fun.
8 hours of boredom.
Well, we encourage people to ask those questions because our thought was, if you don't ask what you think might be a stupid question, how are you going to know?
Well, see, and that's the thing is when people are talking to me about like the Civil War and stuff like that, and they're like, "Well, this might be a stupid question." I said, "The only stupid question is the one that's never asked."
There's two ways to have a stupid question. One is you didn't ask it, and two, this is the worst, is when they're just asking it to get a rise.
Right.
If it's not any of those, ask.
I actually scored high on my hunter safety course.
That's
because
good.
I was so bored, I quit watching the movie and started reading the book. I was like, man, I already know all this stuff you're showing in the movie. I'll just read the book where stuff I don't know. My dad was chief of police in the small town where I live, so he had already taught me about all this mess.
Yeah, but it's a requirement if you ever want to go out
and go hunting. It is in the state of Georgia too.
Yep. So yeah, I teach that here, and there's anywhere from 2 to 5 of us in instructing the class, and break it up to small sections.
Right.
And with the understanding of, please ask your questions, even if it's how do I hold or how do I ask it, because it's not a firearms class, it's a hunting class. But we also strongly encourage people to understand what type of hunting they're going to be doing and to take a class on that specific item.
Well, that's the one good thing is because I was going to be hunting just a little bit about just a little bit of everything. They had the class that had everything in it.
Yep.
How you needed to hunt for it and all that. What kind of weapon you needed to take, how you needed to carry your weapon. Should it be loaded? Should it not be loaded? The whole 9 yards. And I already knew about when you're going into the woods about having your weapon unloaded until you get to a certain point.
Yeah, we even had we did that, and we did fence crossing procedure.
That's just cheating. Using sense is just cheating.
Right?
A buddy of mine, I went to the sporting goods store to get scents and stuff, and I didn't know what he was getting at the time. And I said, well, what's this for? What's this for? You know, just started asking the questions about it. He said, oh, this covers up your scent, you know, so the deer or whatever you're hunting doesn't smell you. I was like, well, ain't that kind of cheating?
No.
And he's like, well, we got to have some kind of a way for them not to smell us, because they'll smell us and they won't come nowhere near us. I said, that's why they make unscented laundry detergent and deodorant and all of that stuff, so they don't smell you.
But they make the specialized detergents now
Gee.
to wash your hunting clothes in it, and
Well,
wipes.
I mean, they've had the that stuff for years. I already knew about all that. I didn't need no scent to make them come to me. Get up in the tree and wait.
Yeah, we used to go out early morning, several hours before sunrise, and just sit.
Oh, that's what I did. I'd get out there in the dark, make all the racket that I could, get into wherever I was going, and then be quiet. And everybody's like, well, it's easier if you take your four-wheeler. They're going to smell the four-wheeler, you Nimrod.
But if there's something that's out of place, they're going to get skittish.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put a blind in an area where they're at. See how they take to it. They don't.
You literally have to. I was telling a buddy of mine, I'm gonna put a blind up out here, you know, and we knew where the deer were coming. I said, you fixing to change their trail.
Yep.
He's like, what? I said, as soon as you put that blind up, they're gonna make another trail, another way to go around that blind. All baloney.
You
So
got to have it up for an entire season.
So he goes out there and he puts it up. Sure enough, he don't see deer one. I come in behind him to get him, and I'm like, well, I found out where your deer's coming from. He's like, where?
Right.
I said, right back here. He's like, I said, I told you if you put it up, you ain't gonna see them. They'd be all around you, and you ain't gonna see one.
They avoid new structures, and that includes your ATVs.
So that's why I told everybody, you know, I said, if you go hunting with me, do not bring ATVs. Don't bring nothing you're gonna put a blind up or nothing like that, because these deer don't know all that mess, and they'll avoid us.
Yep. No deodorant, no perfume, no makeup, because it all smells.
Well, there's a
It's
buddy
just-
of mine. He brings
just walk
them Slim Jims with him.
What?
He brings Slim Jims with him.
Well, they might actually be attracted to it. You never know.
No, it actually keeps them away from you, because he's sitting there eating them, and they smell that. They smell that dead meat.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, you can't do stuff like that. Bring stuff in like peanuts or something like that. Something that would kind of be familiar to them. Bring popcorn or something like that.
Peanuts,
Just
popcorn,
something.
corn.
That way, if you're eating it, they smell it, then it's kind of new. You know, it's not new to them. It's something that they know. And I always told my buddies, don't eat a heavy meal the night before either.
No, you'd be farting up a storm and have to take a poo, and there's nowhere to go.
That's it.
And then you're going to scare them away.
And everybody's like, how'd you get good at this? I said, I got cousins that taught me how to hunt for deer. Come on. They don't use scent neither.
Yeah.
And
You eat a very, very light meal the night before, and you don't really eat until your actual meal until you return. You can have little snacks, but minor.
so what I would do is I would go out, before daylight, get my spot, be quiet, and I would hunt up until noon. And once noon hit, I'd come back down and go home.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, you're going to go back out this evening, right? Nope. I said they're not going to get used to seeing me.
No, once you made your presence known by exiting, then they're going to avoid that area.
It was funny. I went with my cousin up on the mountain to hunt. We were hunting deer, and I found this rock, and literally, it was just like a recliner. You know, a recliner that was kicked out. It was just all from the weather and everything. It was shaped just in that perfect. You could just sit down and just be comfortable and look all the way around. That was a mistake. I got a little too comfortable. Yeah, I got a little too comfortable and fell asleep. I woke up and there was deer tracks all around me. They were trying to figure out what was on this rock.
When I used to go turkey hunting, I would like to find the trees that had the exposed roots.
Yep.
And kind of nestle my rear end into those. And that way, if I moved, I would know it. I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
It just got uncomfortable.
That's my spot. It's a reminder to myself, don't move.
It's funny. We had a blast. But the last time I went hunting, I almost shot the game warden.
Oh shit!
Well, I was hunting private property, and they're not supposed to be on there on private property unless called. That's the way it is in the state of Georgia, anyway. And I had the letters from the person that owned the property laying in my seat on my dash, taped to my driver window, taped to my passenger window, one taped to my back window of my truck. So you could see that I had permission to be there. And he comes up on the property, and I found me a little niche where I could lay down on the ground that had just enough rise on it. I could lay the rifle on it and still aim. And I saw this little spike buck bouncing out through the woods, and I'm like, okay, you little turkey, you turn broadside and I'm going to drop you like a bad habit. So he's doing his little thing. He's kind of easing along and subbing the gun. He turns broadside. I start squeezing the trigger, and the game warden walks up behind me. Having any luck? Pew, there went that.
Oh my Jesus!
What happened?
Yep. So when that happened,
game warden come up behind him, scared the Jesus out of him.
Scared me and scared the deer off too.
While he was aimed.
Oh damn!
I mean, I didn't. He scared me, but I didn't pull the trigger.
Right.
I got up. I said, "Well, I was having luck till you showed up." What do you mean?
Couple more seconds, you would have dropped yourself a deer.
I said, "Well, if you would have kept your mouth shut for another 2 seconds, you could have caught me in the act of shooting this deer." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I was actually squeezing the trigger when you said, 'Having any luck?'" And I got up off the ground and started walking back. He said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going back to my truck. You done ruined it now. Ain't no sense in me being here." And so I'm walking back to the truck, and he's walking back with me. I said, "And I'll guarantee you, I'll bet you money you're parked right behind me and saw every one of my permissions to be here." He said, "No, I'm not. I'm parked back down the road." Sure enough, I get out to the road. I said, lie a lot, do you?" And before I ever got out to the road, I always jack my shells out of my gun.
Right.
I'm allowed to have 6 in it. I can put 7, but I'm allowed to have 6. So he says, "Well, I bet you money that you've got way too many rounds in there anyway." I ejected all 6 rounds, and I said, "You think I've got more in it?" He said, "Yeah, I do." So I said, "Hey, heads up," and threw my rifle at him real quick, made him catch it. I said, "Go ahead, jack another one out of there." And I said, if you get one to come out of there, I said, I'll stick my hands out and you can take me to jail now. And he said, he jacks it, and nothing comes out. I said, you happy? Give me my damn gun back.
Jeez.
So I got my gun, picked up my rounds, put them in my pocket, and went on out to the truck, and we're walking out there. I said, you know what? I ought to just shoot your ass. And he said, I'd take you to jail for that, for threatening an officer of the law. I said, well, if that's what you feel like you need to do, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And got back to my truck. He says, by the way, do you have a hunting license? I said, well, for one thing, I wouldn't be out here doing it if I didn't.
Right. Duh.
And so I took my license out of my pocket. I took my fishing license out of my pocket, and I handed them both to him. I handed my driver's license to him just so he could check and make sure all the names and the address and everything was right with my hunting license.
Right.
He said, I didn't need your fishing license. I said, that's all right. He gives me my license back. I put it in my wallet and put my wallet back in my pocket. He said, oh, well, here, you need to put these back in your wallet. I said, no, I don't. You need to take them and stick them up your ass. I will never hunt in this state again.
Mm.
And I was a resident of Georgia. And I mean, I actually gave more money besides the license to help with the wildlife preservation, so we could keep hunting.
Right.
Right.
And I said, you ain't getting another penny out of me. And all the extra money that I paid out to help keep the wildlife going, you ain't getting that no more either. He said, well, you don't have to be that way. I said, oh yeah, I do, because you're a dumbass.
Nah.
I said, for one thing, you don't never come up on private property and sneak up on somebody while they're there. And I know you saw the deer. I'm not going to argue with you, but I know you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I will never hunt or fish in this state again. He said, well, where do you think you're going to go and be able to do that? I said, I'm going across the line in Tennessee. They'll get my money from now on. And I've never hunted and fished in the state of Georgia again.
Was the warden new or just an idiot?
No, he's just an idiot.
Did you report him?
He was the one you'd have to report it to. That's the sad part.
God.
Oh, God. Wow.
He was the actual supervisor of the area.
I would have been on the horn to the Department of Wildlife Parks and been like, hey.
Well, he didn't last too much longer after that. One of the hunters beat the snot out of him. He thought he was going to be Billy Badbutt, and he found out real quick that this hunter don't put up with no bullcrap neither, and just beat the snot out of him. Of course, the guy went to jail. A buddy of mine knew the guy that done it, and I asked him. I said, "Well, how did he feel afterwards?" He said he kind of felt relieved. He didn't care if he's going to jail or not. He was tired of his mouth. I said, "Well, we put up with that idiot for years."
Well, the guy's lucky. That warden's lucky that he didn't get shot.
Mm.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Even on accident, you don't come up on a live hunting area like that.
That was the thing about him and his partner. They were never together. They just had different sections of the same counties that they had.
Right.
And so it's a wonder neither one of them got shot, because both of them would do it. So if you reported the other guy, you're reporting it to the guy that's teaching him how to do it.
Yeah, thankfully here in Kansas, our wardens are pretty cool.
That's why I went over to Tennessee and started hunting, because all their game wardens was excellent. I've actually been sitting on the side of the Tennessee River, just chilled in a chair, got my fishing rod thrown out, and just chilling out. And game warden walks up, "How's it going, guys?" "Oh, pretty good. We're catching a little here and there." He said, "You got anything in the basket yet?" I said, "Yeah, we got a couple in there." He said, "Well, can I have a look?" I said, "Sure." He'd look, he'd say, "Well, you got some good ones in there." We knew what we were doing. We ain't keeping no small. And he said, "All right, you guys have a good day." Never checked our license and walked on down to the next people.
Yep.
That's a
During-
game warden that knows his stuff.
Mhm.
For one
During
thing,
the warmer parts of the summers and springs, if I take a cooler with me, which that's not very often, I'll usually have like a backpack, but I'll have liquids and snacks, soda or most of the time water bottles. I'll always offer, "Hey, you want some water?" Usually they'll be like, "Yeah."
that's the one thing I didn't have to worry about. That I saw him coming from his car. He just got out of the car, and we were the first one they walked up to that day. Because we were in just like a little slough, and he comes in that way to go around. That way people don't see him coming. And most people that if they're guilty of fishing without a license, they'll jump and run.
Or they'll leave their stuff.
Yeah, and so he knew that we weren't fishing without a license because we didn't move. We just kept fishing, and when he came up, we started talking to him. And that's just from him being experienced and all the stuff, and being with the parks, the game services for so long. I loved it though. I'd fish in Tennessee year round if I could. It just gets a little too cold on that water. Oh, me.
Yeah, in my tackle box, whatever you want to call it, I generally print up the current regulations for species of fish and krill limits, things like that. That way I can just quick peek. Always.
Well, that's what we did. We'd always have the new, the new length limits and how many we could catch that, of that species that year or whatever.
Yep.
And it was just habit that we did. I mean, that was smart, because year to year it changes. Some species may not be able to catch them because they're starting to deplete a little bit, so they let them build back up.
Yeah, and they say, "Oh, there's signs out." No, there's not. There's not always signs.
If you're back in the deep woods, no, there ain't no signs back there. Sorry.
Right. See, I like to have print offs of what the species looks like, what the creel limit and the size requirements for each one is, and just that way, it's a yep, that's for sure this. Yep, that's for sure this.
And if you're back in the deep woods, where hardly nobody ever goes anymore on the parts of the these sloughs and stuff, and no, 9 times out of 10 there ain't no sign. So you better know your stuff. If a game warden walks up on you, you better not have nothing you don't supposed to have.
Yeah, the reason I keep picture documentation to go along with creel limits and size is, have you ever seen the wardens that like to say that what your fish is actually a different species?
Oh yeah.
That's
Love
why.
those guys.
That's why.
The know-it-alls. Yeah.
It's like a game of memory when you're fishing and you pull one in, you'd be like, "Yep, that is a keeper."
What's funny is he go, "Well, that's a perch." "No, it ain't. It's a brim, you dummy." He's like, "No, that's a perch." I said, "No, it's a brim. It's a bluegill." "You ain't gonna tell me otherwise, so you might as well get off of that." He's like, "Well, what makes you know?" I said, "A perch is long and thin, that gun bluegill is short and fat." Well, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna show you a perch." So I went down to my basket and pulled out, it was all in length limit and everything. And I showed him a perch and I showed him a brim side by side. And I said, now, do you see these two fish? He said, yeah. I said, the top one is a perch. The bottom one is a brim or bluegill. He's like, well, you pretty smart. I was like, yeah, you pretty dumb if you don't know the difference between them two. I said, I think you need to go back and have some classes on what your fish are in the state. I didn't care for the idiots. If they're gonna be idiots, I'm gonna be one back.
Yeah, usually the bluegills are going to be darker,
Well, yeah, they're darker and they're
have a little bit more color
Yeah, they're prettier.
on their spine.
A perch is just kind of orangish, yellowish. And I think there's one species that actually has right at their belly has a little bit of a yellow, red tinge right close to the bottom. So yeah, don't come at me like you're gonna know what kind of fish is what if you don't. I don't like that.
Your perch. Those are actually the coolest looking fish, in my opinion.
Yep. Here's the crazy thing is I love the fish, but I don't eat fish.
You don't eat them?
Nope. Never have liked it.
You're just doing a catch and release?
Well, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm actually with somebody that does eat them, and so we'll just take them home, clean them, and put them in the freezer for him. You know.
Some battered up fried fish bits. Yeah,
Ain't eating no seafood neither.
that's okay. More for us.
That's right. That's right. Y'all can have all that you want.
Like I was telling somebody the other day, I like stuff that you don't like, and I'm sure there's stuff you like that I don't. So
Yeah.
more for
See,
both of
like-
us.
It's like everybody likes their seafood and stuff like that. Well, when I go to Louisiana, you know, everybody like talking about their seafood and stuff like that. No, give me the mud bugs.
Yeah, mud bugs are good.
And everybody's like, mud bugs? What the crap is that? I was like, it's crawfish.
Crawfish.
Oh, no, I ain't eating them nasty things.
You're only
I
gonna
heard
get about
they're good.
You're only gonna get about a toothpick out of it, but they're tasty.
Oh, yeah, I can eat a mess of them too. Whew.
Now,
And then-
jambalaya. Oh yeah.
And then they go, well, you're eating seafood. No, I'm not. This is freshwater, Jack.
That's why they call them mud bugs.
And but yeah, get a good crawfish boil going on down in Louisiana. Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
I'm
I
all-
used to be so scared of crawfish. To this day,
Oh,
I
I-
still can't pick them up without gloves on.
Oh yeah. We pick them up, put them in a bucket, and carry them and go fishing with them.
Well, yeah, but when I was little, I got pinched by a big one. So my dad was like, okay, pick one of these up. I sat there for hours and I couldn't, because you remember getting pinched, right?
Right.
So to this day, I can't pick them up without my fishing gloves on. But that's okay. I have fishing gloves for other types of species of fish that have
Yeah.
razor sharp spikes on their spines that'll cut the crap out of your hands or their
Or they'll
teeth.
jab you. Yeah.
And it just helps with the grip when they're flipping and flopping because they're like, oh crap, I'm out of water.
Well, you know, most of the species that we catch around the Tennessee River and stuff, you can lip them. You know, there's enough of a lip that you can actually hold them by their lip and everything, get you hook out of them and stuff. But they some of them little slippery snots. They I don't care what you do, you can't keep a hold of them unless you got gloves on.
Right? So let people laugh that I have fishing gloves. I don't care.
That's it. That's it. You know, it's like everybody's they're afraid to pick up a catfish because they're afraid of the whiskers. I said the whiskers ain't gonna hurt you. It's the dead gum spines they got in them.
Yes, they'll poke you and they'll cut your hand open.
And I'm here to tell you, you get poked by a dead gum catfish, it stays sore for weeks.
Yep.
Damn. You learn something new every day. At least me.
Shan, want to go fishing?
I'd love to go fishing.
I love going fishing. You know that.
Yep.
I don't get to go hunting very much anymore, but I go fishing whenever I can.
Yeah, I gave up the hunting.
I didn't catch much of anything this year, but I went fishing.
Yeah, but
Cool.
the main thing is you was out there, you was doing your thing, and you was relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was by myself, and I was becoming one with nature.
I love it.
Not hurting a thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I love it when I go fishing. I don't care if I catch anything or not, just being out on the lake, being there on the bank of the lake and all that.
Mhm.
And had a guy go with me, and he said, "Where are we going?" I said, "Well, we're going to go to this part here and see if we can catch some crappie." And he says, "All right." Well, we get there, and they're just not hitting. I mean, there ain't nothing you can do to make them, and they just ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kicked back in my chair, got my line in the water, just chilling. And he's like, "Are you ready to leave yet?" I'm like, "We just got here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, we ain't catching nothing. No, we need to move somewhere else." I'm like, "Well,
Well,
go ahead and move somewhere else then."
Exactly.
Nah.
It's like, no, I picked this spot on purpose so I could get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just chill out, and sure enough, he'll take off and leave, and I'll start nailing the crappie after he leaves. Well, the thing is he's throwing his bait in the water. He's cranking it back in. He's throwing his bait in the water.
Well,
Cranking it back in.
they know that the fish know that you're there before you even arrive. It's the vibrations,
And I'm
Mhm.
like, "You idiot."
especially the cats. They know.
I'm like, "Really? You're gonna sit here? We're crappie fishing, and you're gonna sit here and try to bass fish? Are you stupid?"
He's getting some practice with his jigs. Yeah.
So I sit there, and he walks off, and I start catching crappie left and right, and I mean good pan-sized crappie too, not none of them little popcorn parts.
He said popcorn
And-
farts.
And I filled up the basket with my limit, as many as I could keep.
Mm-hmm.
And he come back, and I'm still sitting in the same position, ain't moved, my line's still in the water and everything. He said, "Well, I guess it's time to go." And we've been there for hours, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about ready to go too. I'm ready to go get a bite to eat and everything." So he goes down, walking to the water, he picks the basket up, and there's all them crappie. He's like, "You ass." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I sat here and waited on you."
Well,
That's
the other
funny.
thing,
I
a
said-
lot of people don't understand is just because a certain bait or lure or jig or whatever you had on it is working yesterday doesn't mean it's going to work today.
That's
Mhm.
right. That's why I always use live bait. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to hit that live bait before they hit that lure. And so I just throw my min out, put me a little float on the top, and just watch. And everybody's like, "Well, crappie ain't gonna take that float underwater." I was like, "You're right, but you can tell when they're at it because that
Mhm.
minute goes crazy. And when they hit it, they'll hit it. You just get it and reel it in."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was madder than the dickens at me. I was like, "Well, you out there bass fishing. I'm sitting here being cool, and it's called patience, brother."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, difference between me and most other people that go fishing is if I'm going fishing with somebody and they're doing well, I'm going to go up and say, "Hey, show me what you're doing."
Mm-hmm.
Or what kind of bait you using?
Exactly.
What they hitting today? I went to what we were going brim fishing because my daughter had, we was taking her for her first time.
Sometimes hot dog chunks work. Sometimes you need your minnows. Sometimes worms are fine.
And that's what we had was worms. Well, nothing was hitting the worm. So everybody stayed at the bank, and there's a little store back up the road, less than an eighth of a mile from where we was at. So I ran back up to the store and I bought crickets.
Yep.
And came back down, and boy, we were tearing them up after that. I said, well, that's what they wanted today.
Looks like it's a top water day.
So it was, we had a ball. My daughter, I actually she had a little 1.5 foot Barbie pole. And so I saw the float go under, and I hooked it and made sure the fish was hooked on the line. I said, look, your bobber's underwater. Go get it. She got her rod and started cranking it in. And that fish was fighting, and she was reeling.
Yeah.
And it got to the edge of the water and was flipping around in that little shallow piece of water there. And she started backing up away from it and reeling. And she couldn't figure out why it was coming to her because she was still reeling. Her mama laughed herself silly watching her trying to reel that fish in.
That's cute.
And then I held it up. I held the line, the fishing line, and held the fish beside her. And her mama took a picture of it with her.
Aw.
That's so cool. There was a grandpa and an older gentleman that he brought his 4 or 5 year old granddaughter with him fishing to one of my daughter's venturing things. Brought a camp out, so he was pretty close by anyway. So he brought her along. I was taking pictures that day. Some years later, she's still out fishing with him.
Aw.
And I was like, I need to get you these pictures. And he goes, I didn't know you took pictures.
Aw.
So he now has pictures of her growing up fishing with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I used to love taking my kids to places where I knew they'd get dirty, muddy.
Mm-hmm.
After they had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, that's the thing is I taught my daughter real quick. Dirt is not bad for you. It's good for you to get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And her mama used to get mad at me. Her mama wanted to dress her up in dresses and stuff like that. And here I am getting her all dirty from head to toe. I said, she gonna know a little bit about both. She knows how to get dirty and get clean. And she came up one year and said, I want to play softball. Okay. So we put her on the softball team. She had fun, had a blast. Her little team actually won their age group.
Well, good.
They went undefeated. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. And I always told her when I was practicing with her at home, I was like, look, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game and if you're having fun or not.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember that, because sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the mistake and was telling her that because they were getting ready to pick the all-star team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her that, and some of the parents overheard me telling her that. Well, they went to the coach. The coach didn't pick her for the all-star team.
Mm.
So when he called me and told me she didn't make the team, I was like, well, why not? She's just as good as anybody else out there that you got on the team. He said true.
She's not
And
competitive enough. She needs to want it with everything she has.
Exactly.
I don't like that mentality.
Exactly. And I said, boy, and I told the coach too, I actually met him out at one of the practices after that phone call. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, you're telling these girls and teaching these girls to be an all-time winner. When they lose, they're going to fall to pieces. And they're going to take it really hard. and they're not going to want to try to do anything ever again. I said, you need to teach winning and losing.
Yeah.
And the next season come rolling around. I said, well, do you want to play softball this year? She said, no, last year was enough. Okay.
Yep. My daughter played, she's my oldest. She played softball from age 5 all the way to 18, and she was so gonna go to college for softball. Okay. She was really good. She was a catcher and multi-utility. She did every position but pitch. But primary she was a hardcore catcher. So basically you take a step and a half off the base, she can nail you out.
Right.
She had an arm on her. So it just got to the point where these teams were so toxic that she was 18 years old, getting ready to age out, and I don't want to play no more. I was like, what?
Yeah, and it just gets worse in college too. So,
So I was like, what? This whole time, I've been helping to coach her and teach her and do performance development, catcher coaching, worked with other kids too. And she's like, no, but I might try umpiring. So we both did that. And then that got toxic. And I was like, yeah, let's just not. I think we can hang up the softball hat now. She goes, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter was lucky to actually get on a team, and they had a good team, and they won their age group. And there was one last tournament of the season, which was a 7 and 8 year old tournament. Well, our team was 5 and 6 year old, and so he entered them in that tournament, and they still took second place.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I was like that, and I told every one of them girls, I said, y'all don't have nothing to be down about on yourself or nothing. I said, y'all played bigger girls that been playing longer than y'all, and you still took it to them.
Yeah,
y'all hold your head up high. Second was a good deal.
And being they're that young, they can stay in that age bracket that much longer.
Yeah.
Which then further hones in their skills. That's awesome.
So I was like, yep, we're going to be here a while. My wife at the time, she's telling me, she's like, well, what happens now? I said, well, they keep winning. They just keep going up the bracket. And she's like, well, what does that mean? I said, in other words, if they beat every team out here, that means they play the first place team and try to take the whole tournament. She's like, oh, we're going to be here a while. I said, yeah. They wound up playing 5 games that day and still was able to take second place with just having the breaks in between, while the other teams were playing.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, y'all did good. Morning, Derek.
Yeah.
Look how far you've gotten.
Good morning, Derek.
Another Canadian.
Another Canadian.
Yeah, he's pretty good fella.
I like to say that Shan's from Canada.
Yep. Canada.
Canada. Because it sounds
that country
cool.
called Canada.
Yes. See? Because it's cool.
Because it's cool.
I said that to somebody one time, and they're like, what? Where? It's Canada. I said, I know it is. I'm being different, stupid.
Yeah, we know it's Canada, but we say Canada.
And I have not met anybody from Canada, right? Until I moved here. And that was Misty.
Yeah.
And so once I met her, then I started meeting a bunch of people from Canada. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And of course, I've met people, since I've been on YouTube, I've met people from UK, Scotland, Ireland, God, all over the place.
All over the world. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
and and I ask a little bit about their country and stuff like that. What's it like, weather-wise and stuff like that, so they can actually give me some kind of an idea. And I was like, dang, it's cool.
It is cool. I think it's amazing. I mean, my boyfriend lives in the UK, and I just think it's amazing that people are so connected all around the world.
Yeah. I actually had, there was a little girl that used to cut my hair that she was from South Korea.
Nice.
And I wouldn't go to anybody but her.
Right.
Well, I can understand that. You find somebody that does a good job and you stick with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She not only that, but she done an excellent job, but she had so many interesting stories about South Korea. So it was cool. We could actually carry on a conversation while she's cutting my hair, and everybody's like, man, they over there just chattering away and just having a good old time. She just going along cutting hair. And I was like, yeah. I said, open up sometime and ask her about her country. I guarantee
you won't find that. You won't find that in a barbershop, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you
just sit
get
down
to gossip.
and shush.
You get to gossip in the barbershops.
Yeah.
That's where you go get the gossip from your neighbors.
Yeah.
So, Sheriff, you said you're from Georgia?
Yeah, that's where I'm originally from. I'm in West Virginia right now.
What's your temperature?
Huh?
What's your temperature right now?
Let's see. What's the temperature? Well, back home in Georgia, it's 62 in the city that I'm from, and it's 36 here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 42 here.
So I went from cool to cold, and I love it.
Oh, good.
I don't mind the cold. I just don't like driving in it.
I've got my window open right now with my fan blowing.
Wow.
And I'm sitting here with my short pants on and chilling. Not in the sense of cold.
And my hands are cold, and I'm sitting in fleece lined blue jeans and a long sleeve top and my fleecy robe.
Now here's the thing though, if my feet ever get cold, then I'll get cold.
Well, you got to have good socks.
I ain't got socks on. I ain't got my shirt on. I am just chilling in my short pants, and I'm comfortable.
Good.
That's why the avatar.
That's all good.
I don't look so good when I first wake up. I look like I've been boxing all night long.
Yeah, I get the puffy face and
Yeah,
bed head. Sheriff, I've got real short hair.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of bald on top, but I got it all the way around everywhere else. And when I wake up in the morning, I look like that gum Bozo the Clown. Because it's sticking straight out the sides. So before I come out of my bedroom, I have to put my hat on.
Yeah, Shan, how many times have you seen me without a hat?
Not very many times.
Usually I always have a ball cap on. Just force a habit.
I wear my hats all the time. My favorite one is what I've got on in that picture right there.
Your campaign hat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I left it back home, and I'm trying to get my son to send it to me. And it hadn't worked yet, but we're working at it. Give me just a second. I'll take my headphones off.
Okie doke. Uh-oh. What happened?
Everybody froze up. Well, Shan's internet must have.
Must have got crazy.
Well, welcome to Canadian Witches Show. She'll be right back.
Yes. We'll be patient and see what happens. But now then. See, I look like I've been beat up.
Yes, she messaged and said my computer froze.
Oh no.
Oh, well, hell, you're going to make me turn mine on.
Well, no, I just showing you. I just got whooped. See, ain't nothing wrong. See, you all bright and happy.
See?
Well, that's a cool haircut.
I keep it short.
I'm actually letting mine grow because it's either I keep it. I try to keep it, pretty long in the winter. That way, I've got enough that covers up my neck and that sort of thing. And then, of course, when it starts getting springtime, then I'll cut it back and go with it bird off. Well, we said hello to Derek. He must have found somewhere else to go. Sorry, dog.
Shan just messaged me and said she's going to call it a night.
Ah,
So,
well, I guess she's going to call it a night. We'll call it a night.
okay, well, it was good meeting you officially then.
It's nice to meet you too.
I've seen your name in the chats, but it's like, I don't know who you are, but hi.
Right. It's nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
But everybody out there, y'all take care. We'll see y'all down the road. And yet remember, y'all come back now. You hear?
Stay
We'll see
warm.
you later. You too. Bye.